got nothing but music in the background. Let's stop that. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. To all our friends in South Florida, LA, San Francisco, New York, and Chicago. You know, I can't hear headphones in my head and hear myself speak because it drives me insane.
We're going old school.
We are doing old school here. I'm upset like it was, 3 years ago?
A long time ago. This is how we first started back in the day. Back in the hood, as they say.
Back in the day.
But I got to admit, though, Fred, I'm missing my bookend. I got a more beautiful one I'm looking at now, but I miss my bookend.
Listen, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I give you a gift, my friend.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Now, we have all sorts of comedians and people all around us today. This is going to be a fun show. There is no script, so God only knows what it is we're working on. So if you love the show, Karen, you're sharing, yes?
Share it out.
Share it out.
You can find us all over social media at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. Our phone line's hooked up today. Board executive
Let me check.
Check those out.
Yes, it is.
888-994-4995. It is, Friday before New Year's Eve. It's just amazing to me, right? There's all this hype for Christmas. Christmas comes the 26th, and then we go, all right, now we're going on to New Year's.
Yep.
We've had a whole lot going on for New Year's. We're going to be at Corner Porch. Steve-O with New York Sound as DJ Furious, set up to be at Corner Porch.
Yes, in the house.
And that is at 85 Southeast 6th Avenue in Delray Beach. We've had a lot of dates and a lot of grand reopenings and a lot of parties, so get your pen and paper, as Freddie says, and write it down. You are just all over the place.
You know, it's amazing. Steve-O's not here in 5 minutes.
And?
I'm going to ask him a question. Did you sign a gig already today? In this place?
Yeah.
What did it take, all of 5 minutes?
I did.
So we're going to give out the phone
In the
number.
front lobby, and I'm already talking to Marquita about another one.
We're going to talk about giving out the phone number so that he can start, yes, I'll take your name. Every time he comes
Next caller, please.
he does it, yeah. So we've brought in a receptionist for you. I shall put on a dress for you, and I will take numbers. And
Well,
That would
thank
be
you.
even scarier than anything. As a matter of fact, when I was coming out of the kitchen, Steve was on the phone. That's Valentine's Day weekend. And there you have it. And that was
For 2020.
I'm a little
You
booked.
got 3 because you had that one. Then you're talking to Nancy about another
Right?
possibility.
Nancy's a possibility, and
And
Marquita.
So it's been 3 in about 30 minutes.
I love this place.
You gotta love the overhead of this
Yeah, I
place,
love the
right?
overhead. I love it.
Can we talk
a good place
later?
to have
I wanna,
business.
later on, can we talk?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
4, there you have it.
It's the shirts. You got to wear shirts
Sure,
like
that
this.
shirt
you
does
got-
it for you, absolutely.
Now make sure that all the mics are lit. I know you're doing the board straight across. Yeah. Straight across. Okay. The other thing is, ladies and gentlemen, if you want coquito courtesy of Mr. Steve-O, it's up here. There's coffee up here. Dawn made it, so if it's bad, she made it. If it's
Actually,
good,
it's
I
not
made
bad
it.
today. There's no
not?
grinds in it.
There's no grinds, not yet. Cause
That
we
was
haven't-
yesterday. Do you know how embarrassed I was yesterday? So we have a new show starting next Friday, and they come in to record their opening and close. And they say, can we have some coffee black? And I say, sure. So I pour it. And as I'm pouring it, you want to die, right? It's one of those embarrassing moments. And the grinds are coming out with it. And I'm hoping, please, dear God, they don't say anything.
Is that why when I was drinking coffee it was crunchy?
And-
Anybody love crunchy coffee?
But no one said
I love it.
anything.
It
I
is
love
the
it.
best. You love crunchy coffee?
But they didn't say anything, and they drink it, and they drank so much, they said, we really love your coffee. Can we have it back to take home? And now I'm thinking, there's no way they don't know the grinds are all over the cup. They finished their coffee, and in the bottom, I think I could have done a whole fortune teller reading thing with the amount of grinds, like the tea leaves at the bottom of their coffee cups. And they loved it. Now, those are good clients.
I tell you.
There you have it.
Anyway, I'm going to stay very silent on that one. Very silent. Because you know how that works.
We also saved the date. We've talked New Year's. Well, there is a grand reopening, or is it a re-grand opening?
It's a re-grand opening
A re-grand opening of...
of the Boardwalk Plaza at 6919 Southwest 18th Street in Boca.
Get a little closer to that mic.
There you go.
Don't
Is
be
that better?
Yes.
All right. So our re-grand opening of the Boardwalk at 18th Street, which is located in Boca, right off of 18th and Powerline Road, January 13th, 1 to 4. Come on out and let's celebrate.
I think I've been to most of the restaurants there now.
Yes.
I still haven't been to the Irish pub, but Freddie said he's frequented there quite a bit with his son, so he's given the thumbs up on that.
Yes, the Irish
Thumbs
pub
up.
has a lot of
Irish
liquor.
beer is the best.
On Holloway's.
They have a lot of liquor.
But I'm telling you, look, Chloe, you have to.
Yes.
You can't even describe it because it's more than rolled ice cream. So I almost think we need to change their branding
Okay.
because I didn't go for the longest time because I thought it was just rolled ice cream and coffee. They had the most
They have
amazing
desserts.
paninis,
Absolutely.
desserts,
Sandwiches.
salads, sandwiches. And
Wine.
then right next, I didn't go for the wine.
Yes, they have
their
wine
coffee
as well. Coffee is great.
and their desserts. So I think we need to change maybe the sign out front. Here I am rebranding a whole restaurant, right?
I think think so.
But when you pass it, especially when you leave the gym, you go, I really can't go for rolled ice cream. I just left the gym. But you can go in for a salad or a panini. They had a great tuna tartare platter,
Yes.
which was delicious.
Okay.
And no one knows that.
No one
And it's
knows.
on the lake. I even went on a rainy day. It was like being in Disney World on the boardwalk in the
Okay.
rain, even though it was raining.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
It's beautiful.
The nicest people. You need
They
to
are.
check it out.
Check what out?
La Chloe on 18th Street
Yeah,
Boardwalk.
I can't find the Chloe.
You have to pull in and go straight back, right next to
What,
Rafina.
into the lake? I mean, I went
Right
to,
on the lake.
right on the lake.
Right on the lake. We have to go to Rafina's and right next door to Rafina's.
Now, I hear another rumor that Steve will be doing the DJing that day. I mean, this guy is like all over the place.
Yes, January 13th, New York Sounds in the House.
Now, you told me that you have a throw the quarter at the thing and dunk in the water,
The
right?
dunk tank. That was
Yeah, it's a
called.
dunk tank. Are we doing that?
Yes.
He wants to dunk.
I want the dunk tank.
Okay.
I got so many volunteers.
Are you gonna be in the tank?
Oh, I got 15 people ahead of me.
Perfect.
And
All
we're
right, so
raising
then, yeah,
for-
then we
we're
have to-
raising money for the dogs and stuff. Is
Yes,
that what we
are.
said?
Yep. So
How
we're
can
gonna
you
have,
go wrong?
Yeah, how can you go wrong?
No, you can't.
Dunking Freddy in the water.
I'll get in there. I don't care.
He's thinking I'm getting in the dunk tank too. What, we're gonna sell the balls for like 25 cents?
25 cents, yes.
So we'll have a dunk tank, right? We've got DJ. You're gonna be there with Furious.
You're gonna be there with Furious. His name is David Kepke.
Really?
Yeah, that's his name.
And how'd you get Furious from David Kepke?
Well, he what? 27 years, 26 years?
Longer, since high school. Yeah.
Did you guys go to high school together?
No.
I went to high school in Sunrise.
Where'd you go to high school?
Piper High.
Ah, I went to university school.
Okay.
But I'm a lot older than you, so.
So they had a radio station in there, and I got involved with their radio station and became, DJ Furious.
So this has been your whole life career, and you're going to be at
Yeah.
13th, January 13th on Southwest 18th
Yes,
Street.
Yes. Yes.
Too much coquita, Steve.
I was gonna say you only had a shot.
But save the date, everyone. Southwest 18th Street on the corner of Southwest 18th Street and Powerline Road in Boca Raton. It is the northeast corner. You can't miss it. It's the whole Boca Point Plaza. You have 9 restaurants
Yes.
and offices and children's clothing and medical practices. And what's going to be there? We're going to be there.
Yes, you all are going to be there. And DJ Steve-O will be there. Now DJ
Yep,
Furious just
course.
met you. So we also have
Rock
a
the house.
clown. Yeah, we're going to have a clown, face paint, bouncy house. We also
Robots.
It's like a little fashion show. Robots. Oh yeah, the robots.
I got the robots. I got the photo booths.
Yes,
Really?
the
You've had all of that
photo
coming?
booth. Yes.
Nice.
It's gonna be a big carnival.
It's going to be really nice. It's
I
gonna
couldn't get the Ferris wheel. No, I'm just kidding.
I know.
It's a free family fun event, so come on out. I think you'll have some vendors as well.
We'll have a few vendors, but the most important thing, we want everyone to come and bring donations for the animal shelter. So Blessed Paws will be our charity of choice, and we want they want wee pads, pillowcases, and towels. That's their main hot item they're requesting. So everybody bring an item, and you get a raffle ticket, and we have some really good gifts to give away.
All right, so they need wee pads, pillowcases, and towels. And all the donations go back to Blessed Paws.
Blessed
And they're
Paws.
going to be there. They have a few
They're going to
animals for adoption.
Absolutely. So we have some animals that's going to be
Oh.
ready for adoption.
can't bring my
so
wife.
we're excited.
You going to be there, Freddie? I
No,
told
I'm
Steve
not.
we're hooking into his sound system.
Yes, we are going to hook up into his sound. You know, we did it before at Corner Porch. Right?
Yeah. mhm.
Now, I also heard another rumor. You know, this is like the Steve-O show. I heard that you're doing also New Year's Eve.
New
on
Year's Eve,
Monday
DJ
night?
Furious will be at Corner Porch. Yep.
And you're going to be doing music. What time starts the
9
spin?
o'clock.
Yeah,
9 to 1.
Yep.
9 to 1?
9 to 1.
And that's who you brought with you, yes?
Yes, this is the gentleman right here.
Yeah.
And what is his name?
You don't
His
listen
real
to
name
the
is
radio.
David Kepke, but we.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay, here we are on take 2 of the Brooklyn
Take
Cafe.
2.
Welcome, everybody. It is Friday at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. It is the Friday before New Year's Eve. Welcome to...
Why do you say that?
Because we just had this whole conversation.
Yeah, but I want to understand about his makeup to the Corner Porch. What is he going to spin? What do we call
David
him?
Kepke...
I want to throw my underwear at him and stuff.
Get
I
this.
want to know what it is I can call him. I'm not
David
going to call
Kepke.
him David what?
is DJ Furious. David
David
Kepke
Furious.
is
Okay,
DJ
Furious.
Furious.
So he's the
Yes.
furiousness.
Yes.
Instead of an S, it's a Z at the end. So
You know
Furious.
you really can. You didn't give him a memo, did you, Steve-O?
No,
Mm.
no.
Yeah, he
no.
said furious with a Z at the end?
Yes.
Oh.
Freddie missed the whole memo.
Did you hear that?
Oh, I heard that, yes.
Did you? Well, you're the comedian.
I'm
in here.
listening to all of this. I'm just waiting for my moment to jump in.
Your
That's it.
moment is coming.
I got to
That's
tell
unique.
you, I think growing up in Ned and Nancy's house, right now we've met 2 of their kids.
All right, we're
You
gonna
guys
go-
are a hoot. I'm just saying. Unbelievable. Corner porch, you're going to be there from 9 until 1. Corner porch is open for regular dinner service before that, and then it is a no-cover New Year's Eve party. DJ Furious, you're going to be outside?
Don't know yet. I gotta find out, but you know.
You see?
More than
It's a
likely,
good
he'll be on the
question.
porch.
I think outside on the porch is the best place to be. It's going to
Yeah.
be a beautiful night, right? Sit outside, have some
Every time we
games.
do a shoot, she always picks the hardest place to do it.
Who said we were doing a shoot? I'm going to have a party.
No, Steve has to set this whole system up.
Oh, Steve, were you on too? No, Steve was going
No, I'm not. I'm gonna be at the Breakers
All night?
all night.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I'm there until 2 in the morning.
How'd you get that gig?
He's had it for a few years.
Yeah, I've been the last 3 weeks. I've been solid in the
Take
Breakers.
3. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe TV on the
Did you
Friday
guys hear that
mornings.
Steve was going to be at the Breakers?
I had no idea he was going to be at the Breakers.
Thank you very much.
Now I have to show up at the Breakers. I mean,
There you
it's just
go.
a
That's
busy
right.
night.
Playing.
That's where I'm going. All right, so
Is this thing on?
let's put,
No, we're going to get over Freddie.
let's end the Steve-O show and let's get to our other guests because I'm going to tell you, I also heard another rumor. I mean, this just keeps on going and going.
But save the date, January 13th from 1 to 4. What is the address, Marquita?
The address to reference is 6919 Southwest 18th Street, Boca Raton, Florida.
Which is really a whole lot easier if you find Powerline Road and Southwest 18th Street, which is the most southwest corner you can find in Boca. Other than that, you hit Hillsborough, and you can't miss it. It's absolutely magnificent. A $30 million renovation on this property. You have put properties in there that was just a parking lot
It was
before.
just parking lot, and we constructed 2 new buildings, 1 3-story building and 1 2-story building.
And one of the best sushi restaurants you're going to ever find, which is Rise, and Rafina is delicious, and La Chloe. We're going to rebrand
Now, what's the
La
name of
Chloe.
the pizzeria?
Pizza District?
Yeah,
Okay.
Pizza District.
I have sent so many people there because of the cauliflower pizza.
Oh my gosh, when
It
you
was
sent
good.
that pizza that day,
It was good.
absolutely delicious.
Now, if you're a diabetic and you listen to today's show, I send everybody over to check them out.
Please come by.
Because a lot of people talk about cauliflower pizza, but they don't make it taste good.
It is great. Now, I'm not a fan of cauliflower, but his pizza.
You wouldn't have even known though.
It is.
She's not a fan of cauliflower. That took care of that bit.
But the cauliflower pizza
I just worry it tastes like a boxer's ear or
doesn't.
something, you
No,
know?
it
is
doesn't.
so good.
It's an amazing, amazing piece.
And the dunking, are we going to be able to dunk the dogs? Can we just throw the quarters and dunk the dogs? Because
No.
No, we just
not
dunked
the
Freddie.
No.
They're too cute.
It's a
But
two-legged dogs.
We've got a great promotion spot that the kids, our crew, did
Yes.
on
Oh,
Southwest
I can't
18th
wait to
Street.
see
Dylan, can you find that spot? And I'm going to give you a few minutes to find it, so just give me a thumbs up when you find it. The funniest story is that
It might. So you may have to check the audio off and
I
just
think
play
there
it.
is that Steve-O came in on the remix yesterday, and Dylan saw it, and he never
And he
told
ignored
us.
him.
And yeah,
He's like,
and me and Tracy was sitting there. Hello.
And you know, it's not like, it's like nobody told me nothing.
and
right?
Freddie was wondering,
So I went home
can't
and said, how
believe
can
Steve-O
Steve-O...
live.
We have the ability, as they're looking at us like strange, we have the ability of bringing people either phone-wise or with a remote to come into the show and you can see them. Like, I don't know, what's the name of that program?
Skype?
Like Skype. So he came in and we didn't know. And I'm saying, man, Steve would say he was going to call in. Nobody told me nothing. So I went home last night. I said, you know, Steve would say
He
he
was
was going to
so
call.
upset, Steve-O, too. He said, did you
I was on there for 15 minutes.
You should have texted him or something.
You should have called me and said, yo. And then
No, I couldn't because I was on my phone.
Yes, but what you do is you get out of the video. You're supposed to call first and then get the video.
Ah.
The instructions must not have been
But I'm-
clear.
But I'm
that's
glad,
okay.
I'm glad it worked.
It did work. It looked great. I mean, like I
sounds
said,
great.
I was excited.
All
And
right,
we
let's-
heard you too. We heard you
I hope
cursing.
not.
We heard you cursing.
How do we
All
do the Southwest 18th piece? We play the sound with it?
Yeah, not with the sound. You
Sound
want the
off?
sound? If
Well,
you
we
do,
run
then you
the
gotta turn
ad
off
all
all
the
the
time.
mics.
All right, just turn off the mic still and play the whole spot so Marquita can see it. We also air it at WNN between our shows every night.
But
from
you have
5
to stop
until 10.
talking because he's going to turn off your mic.
Okay, turn off your mic.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. And we got exciting news. What do we got?
You know what we're doing on January 13th?
I have no idea. I'm going to be drunk on January 12th.
January 13th on a Sunday, we're going to be live broadcasting at the grand reopening of the Boardwalk on Southwest 18th Street. It is on the northeast corner of Southwest 18th Street and Powerline Road. You like my geography skills right
I
there?
tell you, your hands are magical.
There's going to be a bouncy house. New York Sounds is going to be there. You'll see the big flag guys hanging. We're going to be there doing a live stream show.
There may even be a dunk tank.
A dunk tank, vendors. There are 9 restaurants at this location. It has been a $30 million renovation on Southwest 18th Street. The restaurants are amazing. Location, the lake. It is right in the Boca Point area. It is a free family fun event, and Blessed Paws are going to be there.
And you know what the best part of this thing is?
What?
The Brooklyn Cafe is going to be doing a show down there.
Live.
Live. Come on down. Check it out from 1 to 4. Come and have some fun with us.
We'll see you at Southwest 18th Street on January 13th. See you there.
And don't be late.
That looks.
How'd you like that?
That was beautiful.
You like that?
You're a little,
Oh my
it's a little behind.
So we've been playing that, and the audio is running at WNN, so you're getting all the radio coverage every night, Monday through Friday, from 5 until
Yes,
about
they've been
8 or 9
playing
o'clock.
that craziness all
Oh,
week.
gosh,
I
that
didn't
is-
know we were going to put that all week. Otherwise, I would have done something else.
Okay.
Well, I think old habits, right? It's always welcome, welcome, welcome. We can do another one.
Yeah.
We can do another audio and change it up.
I know.
Whatever you wanna
We
do.
got so much time on
We've
our
got
hands.
the
We can do that.
technology. We can make
All
it
right,
happen.
let's talk a little bit of art, can we?
Art?
Yes, with Ned.
Yes.
Because Ned has his jacket.
Ned has the whole family
This
here.
is not my jacket.
Ned, that's your jacket. You're wearing it.
It's my jacket.
Talk
that
it
I'm
to the
wearing.
microphone.
It's
Ted-
my jacket that I'm wearing, but it's not my jacket.
Well, here's the funny thing, right? So your son walks in this jacket. How tall are you?
5'17".
Exactly. So he's 5'17". He walks in the jacket. He sits down. I look over and I have another shot of Coquito. And now you're wearing the jacket. And I'm thinking, wait, now they've got me all confused and backwards.
Oh, you thought it was one jacket.
Yes.
Here's the story. My daughter, who suggested I have a what do you call it, a product? I know a show.
Branding, product placement.
A problem?
Well, yeah, that's already a problem. He doesn't remember the event. That's a problem. This is not unusual
Was
for
it
Dad.
you, was
I
it you
gotta
that told me that? Okay, anyway.
Is
no.
she your daughter?
Look,
Robin, your
okay.
daughter?
Well, that's still debatable.
Yeah, that's right. I was the
well,
last one.
Can I
to
get
know
a
that
word
works.
in? They were talking to me. Okay, now let me just say this.
Look at us on fire.
Now you know why I had to wait to begin this set.
Look, here we go.
You hadn't said, right?
I'm just,
Oh, there you go.
that's only gonna take like one sentence, a
Okay.
long sentence, but one sentence. My daughter, Linda, said you should have some kind of product placement. I thought, I'll bring my daughter and my son. That's the product.
You're the
We
product.
don't come cheap either. We are not cheap.
That's a lie. I have it on recording. I can go back to my psychiatrist. You said it.
So it's like Elf on the Shelf. We can put your son on the table. We can
product.
put him up in the rafters.
Let me show you my product tattoo. We get.
We have tattoos. Can't travel. Okay.
Please go on.
I finished. I already said my sentence. That's it.
That was it. You're done.
I'm done.
Now, do you want to introduce your daughter and your son?
This is my daughter, Linda McNutt
Foster.
Foster. It's hard to keep up with these names. Women.
You don't remember your daughter's name?
Is your name McNutt or Foster?
Or is it
Yeah.
both?
McNutt and
Yes.
Foster.
McNutt Foster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so your real name isn't Robin?
Shaking.
And it would be
I
Linda.
know, I'm liking it though.
I'm
I'm all the way down here from Virginia.
Nobody
and
knows you
growing
down
up, I'm
here.
on TV all the
Yeah.
time, so I'm like, this is cool. I can like incognito. You can
So-
just put me Robin, and then I could say and do what I really want to do on air.
You could wear a hood.
Because now I've renamed Robin
With that jacket.
and I've rebranded LaChloe. It's been a very busy week for me.
You know, you can have multiple personalities, and nobody down here would know it.
Well, I already do.
She
They're
does.
just
She
named-
does,
She started
yes.
to name them for me, which is what I like.
Now,
She has 4 personalities.
now Ned told us that you are in Tampa. Tampa? Yeah. No, you're in Naples,
I'm in Marco Island.
Marco Island.
Marco Island.
And that you are actually a comedian.
No, I'm not really. No, he says stuff.
They
Okay, he just
exaggerate
says stuff.
about
You
us.
can't listen to what
We
he
thought
has
you were
to
coming
say.
in to do a stand-up set.
He said you were doing a
I
stand-up.
don't do
set.
stand-up. I don't do
Oh,
stand-up.
you can do a
thought
sit
you were gonna
down. It
read
doesn't
your-
matter.
read your-
I stand. I stand.
I stand
Everybody
up.
stands.
Well, I want you to know, everybody's watching today because they expected a stand-up comedian who's sitting
Everybody's going to
down.
be terribly disappointed.
No. You can always do your Christmas poem.
Oh my God! Don't make him do that.
So, do you remember your Christmas poem?
It's hilarious.
It takes about 3 minutes.
It's
Is
a
that-
well.
It's a long poem.
Well, you
It's
can
not a
give
short
us
poem.
1
Well
minute
worth it.
It's
every
not like
every
roses
15
are red.
minutes.
You know, violets are
Well
blue.
worth it.
Merry Christmas. You know, it's
Every
takes a
15
while.
minutes you can put one up. How's that?
That's a good
So-
idea.
So tell us, what is it you do? Obviously, you're not a stand-up comedian.
Here's what I do. I do whatever I want, and I do it for free. I don't promote myself because I do everything for free. I just
Kind of like
finished.
us.
I just finished a set for Oz. It was 8 feet tall by roughly 100 feet long. It took 3 months to do. I didn't charge 1 penny for it
So why would you do it?
because it
That's
was a
what I
challenge.
said as a
Because it's a
business person.
challenge.
Well, wait a minute.
because
Do you
challenge
work for
yourself.
this company, or you just hang out there?
I don't really work for any company.
Oh, so you just hang out there and they let you do sets?
Yeah.
Where do you
yeah.
create them? You have a studio?
I have a very large, we have a 3-story house on Marco Island. The whole bottom is my /studio, or gentleman's quarters. So I have plenty of room down there to work on these big 4-foot by 8-foot panels. And what I basically did was we took 3 4 by 8-foot panels, put them on a triangle. That way when there's a set that goes up, like a different scene, you just turn the flat end and you have several of these triangles. So 4 triangles are turned flat, and you have one 4 panels thing. Then instantly, you just
Talk
turn
it to your
them.
mic.
Yeah, you just turn them and you get another set. Or you can take one and move it to the other side. They were very mobile set. It was a
What if
wonderful
somebody
project.
wanted to pay you, just speaking for your wife?
I would say no,
you
no,
would
please.
probably
And my
take
wife would
the
say,
money.
take the money. Yes, take the money.
Please don't pay me. I'd like to do
But hold,
that.
hold,
Connection with the comedian because you didn't do any of that.
Michelle, come on in.
hold on a second. Hold on. I seen the sets on Saturday Night Live. Some of the live sets where they do live shows and then they turn them. So they have another set and you have
Come on
another
in.
set.
Right,
And on the back end of the set, they change it. So when it comes around again, it's another set.
right.
So you build these? Is that what you're saying?
I designed them. I had somebody else build them for
Okay.
free. And I just
Okay,
painted
I
all the
love
panels.
this guy. You do stuff for free because
I
you're
do.
bored?
I act. I write plays. I direct. I do what I want to do. I'm a very successful, unsuccessful artist.
You sound like
You
your
learned it
father.
from me.
You want some coquito or Patron? No, Michelle's got her sunglasses on. She's like done.
Who are you talking to?
Michelle,
In the middle of a set, you're talking to somebody else?
because she's looking.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering.
Well, what do you do? Is that your day job? Your night job?
I actually I work at nights. I'm like a security guard at a very ritzy condo at the end of Marco Island. I don't do anything all night long. Basically, I sit, I watch the place, I make sure everybody's happy, and that gives me time to do anything I
So
want.
let me understand this, because you just put this
Isn't
on
this
air.
your family?
The
Yeah,
thing you
and
get
then-
paid
Isn't
to
she
do,
nice to have her
you
brother?
don't do anything for.
Oh my
but
God.
the things that you paid nothing for, you work your ass off.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Excuse
That's
me, Robin.
precisely that is precisely my life.
I want
There
to.
was some clarity.
Robin, at 1 o'clock, I'm taking your mic away because you can't do that. Listen, hey, are you his sister?
Yes, this is my
And you're
sister.
talking to him in third
All of my
person like
life.
you don't know this man.
Well, wait, Freddie, the funniest thing, it's like watching Ned and Nancy have a conversation, is watching the two of them have the conversation, because he is Ned, and she is her mother, and it's genetics
Yeah, but
is
Ned,
like cracking me up.
Ned and the wife have been together for 60 years. I don't expect them to talk
They've
to
been
each other.
together their whole
We've been
life.
together
these
for
guys-
54, for what, 51 years?
60,
52 years.
60.
Robin, you do realize this is your brother,
At
right?
least it's less than 61.
This is unbelievable. So I guess the comedy is that they don't know each other.
Like me and my sister yesterday.
Like you and your sister.
It's been sibling week here
You
at the
looked a
cafe.
lot alike, though, you and your sister.
We look a lot alike. I said to her, I said, how was Christmas Eve? You had a party, and I heard about it from Mom and Dad. She said, what party? Right? I said, were you not there? Did you not meet this person? She said, no, I told you, if I don't listen unless I get paid. Back to your story,
Ta-da.
Robin, you should meet her.
So let me get this right. You have your brother working out there for free.
No, I work in Marco Island. I'm self-unemployed. That's actually my father's. When I stole my father's, I just ripped you off.
No, he taught me not to do anything for free. I don't even know why I'm sitting here. There's no paycheck coming.
This is.
I
Well,
told
you know,
it
he
was
does
free.
have some usefulness here, right?
The
We can ask-
nice thing about working for free is nobody has anything over you.
Yeah, of course not.
You could stop anytime you want. You could say, look,
I changed my mind.
I've changed my mind. I'm out of here. And they respect you for that. Because they
Absolutely.
know they're getting it so cheap.
And you can't get it cheaper than free.
You can't get it cheaper than free.
Now, do
This
you?
is what you've told yourself.
Actually, I paid them
This is like
so
the
that I could do the
fantasy.
work. I give them $20.
You
Can I
pay them now
I pay
to
them
work
$20 and they
so
say, "Can
that
you
you
work
can
for free?"
work.
I'm like, "Yes, yes, I can."
So let me get this straight. Are you married? Is your wife here?
My wife is here, Ricky
And
Ricky
Ricky's
Levine.
hiding in the
She's
corner.
hiding. She's hiding now.
Oh, no.
She's so totally.
I am not
She's
playing
the
with
wallflower
this
of the
man.
family.
totally
yeah.
embarrassed.
She's not getting anywhere near me right
She's
now.
hiding
She's
behind
like,
the shelf.
She has 1 foot in the hallway.
that's right. She's ready to go.
So let me ask you a question. Does your wife know when you go to work, you're going to go to a job that doesn't pay you?
Oh no, that job pays me, so I can do everything
Oh,
else
that's
for
the
free.
security job.
Oh, yeah, that pays
I mean,
me.
the other
pay.
stuff. So how many hours do you spend a week doing sets?
Well, it depends. The set was just one thing that I did.
Yeah.
So when I do other jobs, however long it takes to do. What difference does it make how long it takes to do something if you're doing it for free?
But think how much fun it would be to change the set here, or some of the gallery, the walls, right? Those movable walls you have in the front window, and they could
roll
just
them
move
around.
and have a whole set.
We
be
could put
moving
your
around.
art up. What, you have art as well?
The theater group took my art.
All of it?
They
All
took
four
of it.
pieces?
So you work for free, you don't even get to keep your own artwork, you give it to them.
It's worse. It's worse. It's worse. This
Did
is
they
how
pay you for the
Linda,
art?
I'm
horrible a
on your
person
page
I-
now.
They took it and now they're going to raffle it off so that
So
they
they're
can make
making
more
the
money.
money.
So yeah, so they're going to take my work that I did for free and they're going to
They're going to raffle off your art?
raffle off the like 8 foot by.
Do you have an
8 foot.
agent?
Apparently
Clearly
not.
not. Clearly, and if I did, I'd have to say they stunk.
That's unbelievable. So they took your art, they're going to take your hammer,
Yeah.
and they're going to take your sets for free.
And then they're going to ask me to do it again, and I'm going to say
Yes.
yes. I'll do it.
Dylan, let's go to commercial break. When we
Holy
come back, we're going to get
smokes.
into our Fitness Friday. We've got
Fitness
Coach
Friday.
Toe's-
Let's bring
Coach
Dr.
Toe.
Oz here.
Coach Toe in the house. You know, I didn't even know if Coach Toe was a man or a woman. All I got was a picture of Coach Toe. Could have been anything, and here he sits. Some more with Fitness Friday. We've got the Moulton siblings, and their last name's not even Moulton. It's McNutt Foster. So I'm thoroughly confused. TJ Furious, and more with the Brooklyn Cafe TV. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. You know, I get so tired of saying that.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Why didn't you do it?
Because that's your trademark. That's your brand.
I have a trademark. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. I'm your host, Freddie Santori.
And I'm Dawn Graubert. We're located at 1440 North Federal Highway at the beautiful heart of Delray Gallery. Come on in, we're at Studio A, straight back through the front doors. The Brooklyn Cafe is a show and a platform, as I say, to give women their voice to be heard, because no woman should ever feel she has nothing to say.
Every day is another adventure. It's like reading a book. Every time you open it, the pages all change, and you get to come and explore different things with different people. I have fun with the interns. I have fun with the producers. I have fun with the executive producers, the sponsors. I learn something new almost every day, but we do it under an environment that's fun. It's giving, we give back.
We promote local restaurants, small business, localpreneurs, women in business.
We give people a voice that don't have one. Somebody who has a small business. We give them an opportunity to come in here and shine and show what they can do. Sometimes it isn't the one individual doing a deal. Sometimes it is a combination of how that person fits into a larger scale, and it does really, really well.
The people we meet, the shows and the stories that come across our table, and how everything always magically works together. You never know how the shows are going to come together, because I book guests, and Freddie books guests, and our producers book guests, and they all come forward, and somehow magically in this amazing place, it comes together.
I come to work, I don't know who's on the set. I sit down and I speak to people that I've never met before. I don't know who's who, I don't know names, but I come to work every day and have fun.
Here every day from 12 to 2, you can find us on air, always live streaming all over social media, 95.3 FM, 1470 AM, and as always, give us a call, 888-565-1470.
And if not, you can check us out in Atlanta, New York, and Boston Cable TV. We're all over the place.
All over the place.
You know, we're going to Vegas,
Go to Vegas,
go to
baby.
California.
And all I
Go,
can
go,
say
go.
is, be kind to each other.
Welcome. The Brooklyn Cafe is at
Slovakia.
Best pizza in Florida, I'm gonna tell you.
Lives in a wine glass,
Are you getting me doing the cornicione?
Slovakia has been on Atlantic Avenue for 8 years.
Oh, pizza ball. LeBron James.
We make homemade Neapolitan pizza, which is just like you're walking the streets of Naples, Italy. We make our own homemade mozzarella cheese. Our pizza is the thin crust pizza.
I'm in love.
That cheesy American
Process.
There's nothing processed. It's just delicious. Cheers, guys.
Well, your pizza's really good.
Thanks.
I hate you.
I'm telling you, it is the best pizza. And ladies, if you're counting carbs, only 12 carbs in an entire pizza. The whole thing.
Come visit Slovakia. Check it out. 522 East Atlantic Boulevard. Right in Melbourne Beach.
We gotta try it.
We're gonna eat. You ready? Dig
You
in.
want to run on that thing?
And we're back. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Nice.
Did I do that good?
You did a great job.
And we're back. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
We got DJ
So that's a mixture of Dawn and Freddie.
Steve-O. DJ Steve-O. You know, it's that Coquito. There's so many O's here. We've got Coquito and Steve-O and... Should we call you Fredo?
Is this even on?
Is it on?
I don't know. I don't know how to work.
Welcome back to
I've
the
forgotten.
Brooklyn Cafe. It is, it's called like a Furious Friday, right?
Oh, yeah.
Furious
Now, wait a
with
minute, wait a
Z.
minute, wait a minute. Before we go on,
Oh, we're going to switch
Before we
cameras?
go on.
Yes.
we're going to go to camera 3. Remember when we were putting this artwork behind us?
Yes.
From the famous artist Ned?
Ned Moulton, yes.
And we talked about putting lights on this thing so they would light up. Let me
Yes.
tell you something. I'm standing here minding my own business. And I'm looking in that direction. Open your jacket. Open your jacket. The lights are in his jacket. He didn't put it on the canvas. He put it in his jacket.
Did you sew that into the
Outstanding.
lining of your jacket?
Talk it to your mic. Talk it to your mic.
Like this thing there. yeah, okay.
I only had enough lights for either one or the other. I honestly thought this would be the best bet.
Well, now we're going to have to hang the jacket
Not a problem. It's his jacket.
on that piece because you got all the lights.
It's his jacket, and I'm.
I mean, have you ever? He
I'm
tells me
good.
I couldn't hang the lights on the. It didn't work, so he puts them on his clothes.
Troy would really like your jacket,
You don't
by
want
the
to throw
way,
them
Freddie.
away. You can't throw lights away.
Never throw lights
Now,
away.
did you sew those lights into that jacket?
Yeah.
You did.
No. They're not. They're not
I
sewn in. I taped them in with like regular masking.
And where's the
tape.
batteries that keep it alive? Where's the?
It's 4 double D's in the bottom.
4 double D's.
Now, doesn't that interfere with your pacemaker?
Freddie, where are my dogs?
Anything
so
to
good, I
quicken
didn't
his
know why.
pace. Anything
Anything to quicken his pace.
pace. Yes.
See, this guy, he knows. He understands. Isn't he like a young Ned?
Oh my gosh, genetics
You
is
can't
the
deny
craziest
that's
thing.
his father.
You guys,
DNA.
and then
DNA.
Robin, you're just like your mom.
Robin Moulton.
Robin
That is my
Moulton.
name. Robin
How do you like
Moulton.
that?
I like that.
Forget Linda McFoster. You're now Robin Moulton.
executive brand is going down. It's losing value. At the moment.
Now we go with Robin Moulton. No one will ever
I like
find
it.
you.
Robin Moulton.
That's what I'm thinking.
Robin Moulton.
You own that now.
I'm
Yeah.
in West Palm. I'm Robin Moulton. Okay. This is it.
Hey, Robin, what's happening?
And we are going to get back to Fitness Friday. We've got, okay, this just, you guys are going to laugh. There's no other way to say it. We've got Coach Toe with us. Right? Coach Toe.
Coach Toe.
T-O-E. But that's not really his name because
Coach
nobody
Toe.
goes by the real names on this show
Wait a
apparently.
minute, hold on a second. Hold
Except me.
Exactly. You.
Hold
Because
on.
now everyone has another name here.
I have to change your name.
All right.
Let me
Yes,
tell you
and
why.
Steve-O is very
I
confusing.
got a guy who's been with me for 5 years. He has a show, very successful show, and his name is Steve-O.
The Steve-O Show.
So every time I talk about you, they think I'm talking about him.
Gotcha.
So I said, what if I call you Steve? And then I look around you, you don't look like a Steve.
Yeah, very plain.
What's your middle name?
Daniel.
Angel?
Daniel.
You don't look like a Daniel Lee.
No.
We
Try
just call
Sal. There you go. He looks like a Sal.
Big Sal. Big Sal.
That might work.
Sal
Call
would
yourself.
work.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Right?
Sal would work.
There you go.
So
just
Sal
to
broke
confuse
toe.
it, we've got Sal with us, and just to confuse it a little bit more, we've got Coach Toe with us, whose name is really Eddie.
Geiersberg.
There you go.
Eddie what?
Geiersberg, German.
And they call you Coach Toe White.
Well, I got the nickname when I was at Boca High. I went to Boca High School in 1986 through 90. And we played against Palm Beach Gardens, and I kicked a 45-yard field goal with 3 seconds left. So my PE teacher there, Coach Outland, was there and said, "I'm going to start calling you the Toe." I said, "Who the heck's the Toe?" He said, "Lou the Toe grows. He's in the Hall of Fame. You keep doing that, you're going to be there." So ever since then, all the teachers started calling me Toe. I got a college scholarship to play at Chowan University, a Division II school in North Carolina. And they started, guys that I went to school with started calling me Toe. So the professors were calling me Toe, and then I started coaching football at Boca High. I was a head football coach at Boca from 2007 to 2009, but I started coaching in 1995. But I was 2009. I was a head coach there. Make a long story short, they started calling me Coach Toe, and it stuck to me ever since.
So hold on a second. You in high school kicked a 43-yard field goal?
45, get that.
45. Does anybody in this room understand what a 45-yard field goal is? I mean, that is impressive for a high school kid. I mean, I got to coach high school football.
Apparently, it's impressive for the Miami Hurricanes yesterday too. Just saying, and I'm a Cane.
What happened to the
It was
Canes?
a really bad game.
They lost?
You had to bring that up, didn't you?
Not only did they lose, they got annihilated.
Yeah, so what?
Dunked.
That's nothing new.
But
They didn't
this
have the toe.
Exactly what I'm saying. They didn't have the toe.
But do you know how impressive it is for a high schooler? I guess you got to coach the game at that level. 45 yards. That's amazing.
Well, I got an opportunity to play as a freshman, and we played against another school, Jupiter, and I kicked the game-winning field goal there, so we ended up beating Jupiter. So as a freshman, I won that game. It was a district game. So I just loved kicking. I was very, very passionate about it. And 3 years ago, I was inducted to the Hall of Fame for my college for football.
Congratulations.
Now, let me ask you, did you ever play professional?
Well, I had an opportunity, if I really wanted to, but my dad had to, he was an alcoholic, and it was either take care of my dad or, put family first or pursue my dream as
Holy smokes, really?
But my dad was really bad. I sent him to rehab to California, and he wasn't doing well. And it was either stick it and just say, I'm done coaching, and, all the thing I want to do is be a football coach. And it was either my dad or it was football. And family's the most important thing.
So what
And
are you
my
doing
dad-
now?
Right now, I teach at Boca High School. I teach all the weightlifting classes there, and I love it. I'm very, very passionate about it. I teach 6 periods of weight training classes called Coach Toe's Boot Camp. I take kids and I try to mold them into men and women. They come into that class, they might be a little boy or girl. When they leave, they're going to be a man, and they're going to be a woman when they leave. It's all about structure and discipline. I demand respect. Yes, sir, no, sir. And my kids will run through a brick wall for me.
Were you ever in the military?
I was never in the military, but that's the way I was raised. My brother is a yes sir, no sir from Virginia Beach, Virginia. So I'm all about respect and structure. You treat people with respect, you're going to get respect back. I look people in the eyes.
Are the girls
Sorry.
playing in the high school level football?
They're not. Sometimes kicking, yeah. There's
But
a girl.
are they allowed to play?
They're allowed to play, but I just don't think that that's the right thing to do because your bones are really not going to be able to take that pounding and what have you. I just don't. I'm not a big fan of it. I think if you're a kicker, it's good, but as opposed to just getting out there and banging heads, I don't agree with it. I don't.
So let me ask you another question. If you had a female that came along and she was a quarterback, she has an arm like a gun, would you let her play?
I'd give her an opportunity, but I think the opportunity is not going to necessarily pan out to be safe for her. So I'm going to sit the parents down and I'm going to say, hey, I just don't think that this is the right thing to do. Because people are trying to hurt you in football. People got bad intentions out there. And it don't matter who you are. They're gunning for you. No
could
matter
be a
you're
boy-
Aaron Rodgers
it could
or
be-
Tom Brady.
yeah, it could be a
They're
man.
trying to take your head off. Especially a girl. They want to say I did that. And I just, women, you got to respect women. We wouldn't be on this earth for one for a woman. And the most important thing is respecting them. And I'm not a person that's big on that.
And the good thing is that Steve-O has 5 kids. So
How
all
many
of his
girls?
kids, well,
Except for one.
that's when I met
Except
Coach
one.
Toe because Coach Toe was working with your
My son.
right?
Mhm.
And we
Well,
met,
he's worked with my daughters too.
and we met
Yeah.
Christina because they're doing voice lessons. Keep having children, Steve-O. And keep
No,
having more
no,
guests.
that's
Good. The more kids he has, the more
That's
guests
it.
we have. And what are you doing? Because you're not only at Boca High, you work with kids on the side.
What I do is I have a Coach Toes boot camp that I do at Spanish River Athletic Complex every Monday and Wednesday. I work at a park from 6 to 7. So I have all my parachutes, I have all my bungees. You know, I work them on flexibility, I work them on getting faster. I can guarantee if a kid comes to me, I'm going to get them right. I'm very passionate about what I do. I don't, do just something to do it. I do something with a purpose. I'm not on my phone. I just bought a nice Bose speaker. I want a good music. I want a good atmosphere. And I want to develop these kids. And I want them to look me in the eye like a man or woman and respect, say I'm getting faster. There's so many kids that I work with this year that they never scored a touchdown. And they're so much faster and explosive because of things that they're doing working with me.
Now, who's the head coach at Boca High?
Brian Walker. He's a head coach. He's done a great job.
Is he new? 1 year, 2
He's
years?
new. Yeah, I stopped coaching in 2009. I got out of it. I just wanted to spend more time with my kid. It was the right thing to do for myself.
And how old are the kids that you're working with at the park?
I work with kids all the way from 6th grade to actually high school kids. I've had a couple third grade. I've had a couple third grade kids that have come out. I'm not going to shy them away. I think if they have structure and they have discipline, I think that's going to be the most important thing.
Well, if they don't have structure and discipline, right? Or
they're
they're
going to
being
get it from me.
okay, or they're being bullied. I think it's really important because those kids that are getting bullied, they may not be on the football team. It may not be the amazing girl with a quarterback arm. Some of the kids are getting bullied and they're afraid to go out because I was always the last one picked in PE. Even on Red Rover, I was the last one picked, right? So what happens is you retreat and you go, I'm just not going to do anything anymore. But those are the kids that need the discipline, right? They need to feel better and build their self-esteem. Will you work with them as well?
Oh, definitely. I had a girl in my class. She just lost her father, and her mother passed away when she was 4 years old. And she looks at me as a mentor, and she's wrote me letters that have just broken my heart. She goes, "You're the reason I come to school."
Wow.
I got one kid from, he's not supposed to be in the school, but he's a great kid. He's the only reason he comes to school is because my class, the structure and discipline has made him a man. And that's what teaching's about. If you're not coaching it, you're allowing it to happen. You let the kids know up front what they expect, what you expect as a coach, and the expectation is going to be there. But you got to demand it, respect it. Because if you get kids an inch, they're going to take a mile.
And you're old school. Like Freddie, like you, we always talk about respect. And that's the most important thing he always says. They don't have to like you in this world, but they should respect you.
Mm-hmm.
Kids and adults, right? We should respect each other, and that's what it's about.
He started with my son young. My son was only 5. So he was a little guy with the difference on what he's doing. Yeah, we started him young. I wanted him to get involved young, but what he's done in the last 2 years with my son's like, he's aggressive, he's faster, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you see the difference.
It's interesting because when I was coaching, I took in 6-year-olds. I did football and baseball, and I had the same mentality that you have. I don't believe that everybody should get a trophy, and if you win, you win. You want to beat the best, you got to be the best. To beat the best, you got to beat the best. And on my teams, I took the players nobody wanted. And if my son was here to tell you, after the first year, we were champion every year. But it wasn't about being champion. It was about how you carried yourself. It was about how you brought it forward to teach those who couldn't. And they used to bring them in. So their report cards were part of my regimen. If you weren't pulling grades, you couldn't play. I got written up in the papers about that I was all of this other stuff, which isn't true.
But it's respect and discipline, right? We talk about it all the time. And I'm telling you, all of our producers are fantastic. But again, I have to thank Dylan, who has been here every day when everyone else has gone home and it's winter break. He could be on vacation, but he comes in every day. And Dylan, Freddie and I honestly thank you enough for doing what you do. And the artwork you sent that your brother created, what is he doing now?
Where is that artwork?
He needs a mic now. Hey, he's learning. See, it's all about discipline.
He needs to
He's still trying to figure out what he wants to do.
But where is it? What's the artwork at?
It's at our house.
Let's bring it in.
So why don't you bring it in here? We'll find a place for it.
Okay.
It's only 14,000
I
square feet.
gotta ask his permission.
Don't ask him. You bring it. He's gonna say in 15 days. He'll say, "What happened to that?"
No, he's very particular about
But
who
Dylan's
can
one
see
of
his
our hardest
artwork.
working, right? At
So
midnight.
I had to get him permission to just to send that to you guys because
Okay.
All right, ask him. At midnight, I get text from Dylan. You should contact this company, and we should go on remote here, and we should create a commercial, Marquita. We should go to this place and create a commercial. 2 a.m. I wake up and I've got a list of places from Dylan on where we should go next.
And
all the good stuff that I think
It's all
about
good.
comes late at night. So it's like if I do it then I'll
You're like
I'll
Steve-O,
remember
he
it.
does
And then
most of his best
if I
work
do
at
it if I wait
Yep.
then I forget about it and
Very cool.
But it is about respect. And let's give out the information, Coach Toe, where people can find you, because for these kids, it's really important.
Where I do it is every Monday and Wednesday from 6 to 7 at Spanish River Athletic Complex. If you go straight in the park, you go all the way to where the work trucks are there with the lake. I'm there at 6.
Where
I
is
go from
Spanish
6
River
to 7.
Athletic Complex?
It's right on Spanish River Boulevard, right next to Don Escheridge from
Okay.
the library is right there.
It's where we
Oh,
did
that
the
beautiful
games.
park?
Yeah,
Yes,
where
ma'am, right by the lake. So I'm not on the field, I'm by the lake right
the
there.
soccer fields.
I have, no, not by the soccer fields, by the lake.
Oh,
Across from
I
the
want, I
soccer
want
field.
the nice view, Freddie, you know what I mean?
I hear you.
So basically, I got all the, all the ladders and equipment.
Are
and
you there all year
parachutes and
round?
What have you. I go year round, yes, so I love it. Even cold weather, hot weather, and mosquitoes, I just love it. I'm very passionate about what I do.
Marquita says, I got to bring my son. I'm glad we have a set, Steve. You get clients, you get kids. You know, isn't that what it's all about, though?
Well, you know, it's really important because a lot of kids that I coach, they wanted to be NFL caliber. And you know, the numbers on that are very small.
Right.
So I said to them, if you can give the discipline of training for 11 and a half months, taking 2 weeks off and starting again, you'll be in that quality. Just to see where their mindset is at. Nobody would do it. But
I
if
got
you're
this
there
one-
all year round,
Yeah, do it all year round. I remember I got this one kid, John Young and Chris Young. They're two brothers, and they work extremely hard. And these kids, you wouldn't believe how much better they got. I said, Coach Toe, there's no way in heck this kid Tony too. I can make a play in left field. I couldn't run like that before. But working with you, the fundamentals and working. The main thing is, Freddie, it's all about fundamentals. Lou Holtz spoke. Lou Holtz, talked about it numerous times. Nick Saban. I've worked some of the top football coaches in the country. I've worked with Nick Saban. I've worked with Jimbo Fisher. I've worked with Urban Meyer. I've worked some of the top, top coaches in the country. And that's how I got all this training stuff. Scott Cochran, which is the strength coach for Alabama, I see how he does things. He's phenomenal. And you see how these guys do. And Alabama's ranked, number one in the country for years. They're a powerhouse. And the reason they're one of the tops in the country is because they're strength conditioning coach. Saban does all this stuff on the field, but as far as off the field, this is the guy that gets them right.
See, and you and I look at it from two different ways, right? It's here you are, you do the same program for all the kids. You look at it from the coach's perspective on the strength, the acuity, the quickness, and the discipline. I look at it from the other side of those kids that are bullied and don't fit in. That little girl that lost both parents, right? She needs a place to go. And there's no judgment where you are. Whether you're at the top or you're just learning, these kids feel safe, and they learn respect, and they learn discipline, and they have a place to go, a safe place. So it's the same process, but we always look at it differently, and it's all just a win-win. It's just the different vision. I go back to Mary Poppins. You look at the view a little bit differently, but I love that it helps with the bullying.
Yes,
And we've
ma'am.
always had that platform. And it's the bullying that these kids are constantly battling all the way up. And the social media, I'm sure that has to be part of what you're doing. It's just self-esteem.
One thing that I do before the morning, and we have announcements once a week, and I tell my kids this all the time. I said, one thing you'll never do, don't ever put your hand on a girl. Don't ever disrespect a girl. Don't ever touch a girl. You wouldn't be on this earth if it wasn't for a girl. It's all about respecting women. And I think that's the most important thing. And if they listen to that, it's going to be, create big dividends for them. But, respect women.
Tell us
That's
again.
the main thing.
That's amazing. I'm into that. How do people reach you?
My phone number is 561-445-2263, and my email is coachtoe19@yahoo.com.
We're going to keep Coach Toe around on Fridays in the future. And that's a mouthful. For Fitness Fridays.
Get more
because-
coquito for her.
More coquito for me, please. He wants to promote his business, and let's get it out to the kids and the parents. And I know we're in the middle of the holiday season, but then summer's just around the corner, and these kids need a safe place to go. Marquita, tell us again about January 13th.
Yeah, January 13th, Sunday, 1 to 4. We are having a grand opening family fun day. It's free. Bring a donation for the Blessed Paws Animal Rescue. We are looking for laundry items, pillowcases, and blankets and sheets for the lovely animals.
Hey, maybe you can come out and bring your parachutes and have some fun with the kids and Steve-O.
Love
do
it.
some
Hey,
interaction
Let's put
with
Steve
the
in
kids,
a
right?
parachute.
The more the merrier.
Right, so maybe we do some kid interaction things as well.
That'd be awesome.
Hey, Steve, you know, before they made the mall new, I used to have my first studio there, where the clock tower was.
He has not stopped talking.
Wow.
to
I
us.
have pictures of that studio. And what's his name was here yesterday, Paul, and he had described it yesterday. It was because he was my first client, and we had 3 sets there. It was beautiful.
And the funny thing is, we got to meet Marquita the first time with Gen G, and he says, "Don't tell her I had a studio. Don't tell her I was there." Okay,
first thing that came
we
out of
sit
his
down,
mouth.
right? Oh, by the way, did you know I had a studio here in the clock tower? I don't think I was in the chair before those words came out of his mouth. I said, "What happened?" He went, "I don't know."
And he was holding it in. He just kept smiling. Trying not to say anything.
But it looks a whole lot better now.
It looks gorgeous.
Place is beautiful.
It looks absolutely beautiful. And Furious, tell us about New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve, it's gonna be at the corner porch. So from 9 to 1, I'll be spinning all kinds of music. Depending on the crowd, but it's gonna be all upbeat dance music from the 50s all the way up to current.
Hey, Steve, are you going to have those lights that go up in the ceiling? In the sky? What do they call those? Skylights?
Skylights, no, but he'll have a whole bunch of dance lights.
I told him to invest in lights because it's the corner porch, and when you drive down that street, if you light it up, it's either a shooting or somebody's having a party.
Well, supposing he's been really working the ad he's been really working the ad on the weekends on promoting this New Year's. So.
I told him.
It's a
You know-
no-cover New Year's Eve event. DJ Furious starts at 9. The corner porch is open for regular dinner service. Free champagne toast at midnight. So come on down. Stay tuned, though. We're going to switch over to radio. We'll be back in 2 and 2. You guys sticking around? Stick around.
If you'd like us to, we'll
we've got
stick
Gracious
around.
Care
Sure.
with us. We're talking about some New Year's resolutions, and everyone stay if you want. We'll be right back.
Obtain. Join us 7 days a week. Can't get enough? Visit DellOnTheRadio.com to listen to the Del Walmsley Radio Show, access past show podcasts, and join the conversation.
The information and opinions you hear on the Del Walmsley Radio Show are those of the host, Del Walmsley, his guests, and his callers, and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of this station, its affiliates, its management, or advertisers. The Del Walmsley Show is for entertainment purposes only. Please consult a professional regarding your personal investment needs. Nothing presented on the Del Walmsley Show constitutes an endorsement, recommendation, offer, or solicitation to buy or sell any product or security.
This is Gab 2, the Gab.
Talk 1470 and 95.3 FM, the Health and Wealth Radio Network. Pull up a chair at the Brooklyn Cafe with Dawn and Freddie S. Weekdays at 1 p.m. WNN. Talk 1470 is WWNN Pompano Beach and 95.3 FM W237BD Boca Raton, the Health and Wealth Radio Network.
Have you tried investing in the stock market and haven't done very well? Come into Online Trading Academy. Have your investments lost money and you're frustrated because the only thing your broker says is write it out? Hop in the car and get to Online Trading Academy. Pro investors show you how money is made in up, down, and sideways markets. You'll see the best way to pick stocks, options, futures, and Forex using a patented rules-based strategy taught only at Online Trading Academy. How to find the right investments, how to time the market, how to protect protect money from risk. For over 20 years, thousands have learned how to invest from home at Online Trading Academy. Come in and see what this school's all about at a free half-day class. They're all over Miami-Dade, Broward, Palm Beach, Stewart, and Port St. Lucie. Seating is limited, so call Online Trading Academy now to win a pair of tickets. 954-668-2510. 954-668-2510. 954-668-2510.
Talk health, talk wealth, talk politics, talk 1470 and 95.3 FM, WNN.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself, give yourself the chance to be heard, and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Are you benefiting from your cup of solitude in the morning? Don't worry, be happy with One Mean Bean CBD coffee in your cup. One Mean Bean is a one-of-a-kind organic CBD-infused coffee available in K-cups with a variety of specialty roasts derived from 19 different countries, many distinct flavors, and now Kentucky bourbon made proudly in Lexington, Kentucky. Your coffee bean dream doesn't stop there. No, with edibles, tropical formulations, and chocolate-covered coffee beans, to name a few. All products are made with only the highest quality CBD gold-pressed oils for maximum health benefits. So live your dream with One Mean Bean and CBD today and fight inflammation, reduce anxiety, and feel your best self. Find us at onemeanbean.com to place your order. For wholesale orders, please contact us at 844-441-4CBD. 100% money back guarantee within the first month if you are not completely satisfied. Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome to all our friends in South Florida, LA, San Francisco, Chicago, New York. Welcome to part two. That was pretty fun, part one. Not bad.
And I have Tracy on the line for you when you want.
Of course you do, Mr. Joe. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to our board operator, Mr. Jojo.
Mr. Joe, Happy New Year to you, Joe. Yes, our first hour was fun. We had Steve-O in the house. We had a lot of announcements and parties. We've got New Year's Eve happening at the Corner Porch. It is a no-cover New Year's Eve party with New York Sounds, DJ Furious. Can I combine the two? Right?
Yeah.
Both. New York Sounds,
Christ,
DJ
Steve-O, you
Furious.
Wow. I scared the hell out of myself.
I like that audio. It's nice. We've got some good sound equipment. From 9 until whenever. No cover, right?
Till 1 o'clock, I believe.
Till 1.
No, it's gonna be till whatever. We're gonna do a New York City
If I see the sun coming up, that's it.
And after
hours
you know what an after hours is, right?
Of course.
You ever done an
Of course.
after hours New York style?
Absolutely, yep.
If it's on a Monday, it'll probably end on the Thursday.
We keep going.
Wow.
Right? I mean, you go home, you change your clothes, or you bring your clothes, put it in the car.
Your
Now,
brother
this
came
is-
back for you. He
I
must have
bet my
realized you
brother
weren't
came
there.
back. Yeah, they didn't know because they were all talking. I'm like, I'm not coming with you. They didn't even look at me.
Robin
Yeah.
decided to stay. Look at the other one.
It's a multifaceted.
You know, you can come back, man. You don't have to leave.
The Moulton McNutt family is multifaceted family because
McNutt's in the house.
McNutt's in the house. We've got Robin McNutt with us. No, we've got Robin Moulton.
Nobody's going to even know who
We're
I
gonna
am.
change it up. We're gonna give you your real name because we're gonna talk some serious stuff
right.
on the next hour. But
Right.
it's Corner Porch, New Year's Eve from 9 until at least 1 o'clock. And here comes Mom. Coming in, guys. Just come on back in. The whole family's
Don't
back.
worry about it. Come back.
Corner Porch there at 85.
Robin hasn't had enough, she said.
85 South East 6th Avenue in Delray Beach. There is always room on the porch. It is a full regular dinner menu, no cover party, free champagne toast at midnight. Give them a call for more information or find it on Facebook at the Corner Porch. It's on our page. It's on New York Sounds page. Furious is all over the place. He's got his videos rolling all over social media. 561-266-3349. Ask for Mo and tell him Freddie and Dawn sent ya.
That's right. And you know, it's Corner Porch is a house. It does have showers. You can take a shower and stay for the after party.
Really?
It doesn't, Dawn. Come on. Jeez Louise. It is a house.
I'm thinking, did you find the showers?
Yes.
I'm impressed.
It's in the basement.
What else is in the basement, Freddie?
You know, Robin. Not for now. And you know from now on, you're not Linda to me. You're
I know.
Robin.
That's good.
You will be Robin.
That's good. I'm
When you come to
incognito
Florida-
down here in West Palm.
I've given everyone new names this week. She's got a new name. She's now Robin Moulton. That's not
That's
even
right.
her name. We've now rebranded LaChloe because they're more than rolled ice cream. They're going to have an open night karaoke night.
Sal.
Steve-O's going to be there. Sal is
Sal.
going to be there. Big
Sal.
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 We've
Sal.
got
Gotcha.
Furious, whose name isn't Furious. We've got Coach Toe. No one has their real name
Coach
here.
Toe, the man with the golden toe.
And your program that you're working with kids is absolutely phenomenal. And as we go into the new year, for us, it's always about the kids and making New Year's resolutions and families saying, you know what, if things didn't work out in 2018 the way you wanted them to, or even if they started to, what can we do going forward to make 2019 just a better year and stick to our resolutions and our goals, right? The goal setting is the hardest.
Yeah, we were going to talk a little bit about this. Wait a minute. Don't make it so fluffy because the
It's
bottom...
not. We're going to talk to Linda. We're
But the
putting
bottom-
her real name back on. Linda's with us.
No, Robin. Listen, the bottom line here is everybody starts out the year, right, with next year's going to be different. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to get more hair. I'm going to be smarter. I'm going to do. It lasts for what, 5 seconds into the new year? And then you go right back to the old habits.
What's it? People always talk about the health, right? The weight loss, the exercise, but there's so many more components. And we talked to someone yesterday that I really want to put together a female financial segment.
Oh, nice.
Because as women, you can participate too, man, but a lot of times, right, it's the machismo. The men are in charge of the money. And then women, they don't know.
And I
And
want to
there's
put
things they need
together
to
how
learn.
men lose their shirts because women are doing financial.
Well, exactly why we need
I
to
got
learn
your
a
back,
little
Freddie.
bit more. You know,
I'm
it's
losing
not
my
that you
mind
run.
over here.
You can run out of money
Losing my
before you
mind
run
over
out
here.
of checks. I mean, there are simple basics, right?
God.
I was in high school and a friend of mine says, "But I don't understand, Dad, because I still have checks. What do you mean I have no money?"
Hold on.
Yeah.
you're killing
Tilly,
me over here.
Go to the quad because I want the guys in on the
I know.
show.
That's
I got
why
some
I brought
guys.
Linda with me.
Where you going? Hey, Shorty, where you going? I need you for here. Come here.
He's
Listen,
5'17".
The 5'17". let me ask a question because I got the fellas here. Every guy that says they run their house is lying, right? Because you're all machismo on the outside. When you get home and the wife says, "Where's the paycheck?" What do you say? I gave it to the boys? No, the women run the house.
Only sometimes.
No, see, Freddie, my wife's listening, so I can.
Who pays the bill?
Say it.
You do?
I do.
And your
I
wife-
mean, she contributes, of course, but she, financially, I take care of the house. She really doesn't know what gets paid, when it gets paid, and nothing. Yeah.
You're like a rough stone.
Whoa.
I can't believe
We're
that.
going. Talk about
about old school. We're going way old school,
that's
guys.
ancient with the dinosaurs.
You guys are. I don't even
Do you know how many
know.
women I know? How many friends that they live?
You guys are buying this?
Their life.
You guys, forget about Steve-O.
Total.
Total? The
Yeah,
women?
total.
You pay the bills?
No, the check comes in, the wife takes the check.
That's one.
I do not mess with my wife. You do not mess with a woman. The coach was talking about women not playing football. I'm 5'17". My wife will kick my rear end. Oh my God. I put her back there at quarterback. She's
and what about Coach? Coach, are you married?
No, I'm not
Well,
married.
congratulations on that.
You're a lucky man.
But if you were married and your wife said, bring home the paycheck so I could pay the bills, you wouldn't have a problem with that, would you?
No problem. I do have a girlfriend, but I'm not married.
Okay, well, don't worry about it. Good news is coming your way. And what about Dr. Furious over here?
Forget about it.
Are
You
you
don't want to know.
married?
I could write a movie about my life.
Are you married?
No.
Okay, another smart
divorced
guy.
twice already. So
I got you beat.
You know,
I got two.
I learned my lesson. You know.
And then you
Just
have
another
it.
chapter.
But then you have it. The boys, we're not empowered as much as you
Steve-O
think.
is.
Yeah, Steve, I'm going to tell you something about Steve. They call him Captain Slick. He always knows
So what to
Slick
say.
what to say.
But there are a lot of women, at least in the community that I know, whose husbands take care of everything because
Really?
they take care of things. And you know what? Unfortunately, things happen and spouses get sick. And even my parents' generation, my dad pays everything online. My mother is old school. She doesn't even know the passwords.
Does your mother ever pay a bill?
By hand.
But she pays it.
She does now.
She
So
does
by hand,
now.
so when my dad was in the hospital, I said, Dad, I at least need to know where your passwords are, right? Simple financial things. This
Tracy's
isn't,
online?
it's not saying that anything is bad. It's just
Okay.
I want people to be aware, and I would just like to bring a financial segment forward to say, you know what, these are the things both spouses should know. You should know passwords. You should know where the money is. You should know where your investments are. Simple things, because unfortunately, things in life don't always go the way
You
they're
got a phone
planned.
call.
I have a phone call. Wait, where's my phone?
Tracy.
Hey, Tracy, how you doing? Where's my phone?
Tracy, you
I'm
there?
doing great. How are you guys doing?
How you doing?
I'm really glad you called in because we were so upset that we didn't hear from you yesterday when we saw the unbelievable donations you did at the hospital.
Well,
But
thank
you
you
called
so
in
much
and we
for
just
having
didn't
me
know
on.
you did.
I just want you both also for being such great supporters. Since I was on last time, you sent the most incredible interns over to make such a beauty for Smith Files, and we put that up on our pages and got such great feedback. You guys have the staff and the biggest heart, and I just wanted to say thank you for doing that for us.
Oh,
that
it was
was
our pleasure.
made our feel like stars and rock. It was really great for people to be able to see what we do with Smith Files. So thank you so much for that.
Tell us how the season went for you for giving toys to the kids.
So it's been really great. You know, as we get to the end of December, you know, you always reflect, like you guys were saying, what do you want to set for your goals for the next year? And we always do that with Smith Smiles toy donations. And we are very proud of ourselves because we've been able to do a lot. So looking back in 2017, we were really proud because we did 17 different hospital donations of about 2,200 toys. And in 2018, yesterday, going with Steve-O, who's just such a dynamic, awesome guy, and his family is beautiful. That was our 21st donation in 2018. So we went from 17 in a year to 21 donations in a year. And that brought us to about over 2,700 toys in 1 year. So now we're at 93 toys since we became a nonprofit that do kids healing in the hospital in different states. So we circle Florida, different hospitals, all 14 states. Very proud of that. And it just makes us so happy that we bring Smile, who are in the hospital, and these beautiful families was able to see. You know, it's a mixed bag because you are so happy to bring smiles, but then you're see it was really nice. The families are so, you know, they're distraught. They're there all day, and we do this all year round. So, you know, they're at a loss of what to do next, and it brings them to do them together.
What you've done is incredible. And we need to tell you about an event we're doing
getting
on,
no attention, and we too.
on March 23rd, Tracy and Steve-O.
yes. Well, we didn't tell you about
We
that.
didn't tell you about it. We're doing, you want to tell them?
Cafe on Ice. And we actually have partnered up with the Florida Panthers professional team at the BB&T. And on the 23rd, we are doing a show live from the BB&T. And we want to gather 100 companies, not-for-profits, profits, all under one umbrella, so that they can do business in the place. We're going to put them on the air. We're going to, if you sell 50 tickets per event, per nonprofit, you get a table to show your goods off in the BB&T Center.
We're going to have a special link at 7 p.m. on March 23rd, so save the date. It is against the Boston Bruins. We're going to do a live show. We need to give him a call today, actually, and reserve some tickets. Ticket prices are from anywhere from $19 up to $88, which those are all inclusive of food and wine ticket, and all of the tickets include parking, so there's no extra parking fee. There'll be a drop-down link, so you'll be able to designate a portion of each ticket will go to the charity of your choice based on the link. So we need to get Tracy involved, we'll get Steve-O involved.
Listen, Coach, we're going to have Cheerios. The goaltender from the Boston Bruins is coming down. He's agreed to come down. He's a good friend of ours. He's going to come down.
How much coquito have you had?
A lot.
Flowers and ours, flowers and ours.
Whatever,
flowers,
but
flowers.
it's not a common name. But anyway, so we want to make a big noise with this. I want to bring the party bus into this deal. I want to make some noise on this thing. We have used the BB&T twice in the past, and we did pretty good. But we have always told people if we had our chance to do it on the cafe, we would do it different. So we got banners and everything coming in. We're gonna play.
Oh, and also the big thing, don't forget, I'm, going forward 2019, talking about different things that, we're going to be doing. But New York Sounds, we'll be doing a lot of expos. Remember, we got the one in February 24th over in the Secret Gardens of Miami. So we'll get the party bus. We get you guys shooting live from there.
Did you know we were going down there?
I do now.
And March 24th, just the day before, we're doing one at Indian Springs Country Club over here in Boynton Beach. So with all these expos comes 60, 70 vendors, business owners that I have access to.
We got to talk to this.
We got to talk to you, Sal.
That's amazing.
Sal.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you.
Tracy,
so
thank
much.
you so much. Have a very, very happy new year, and stay in touch with us. And maybe bring some kids on. Bring your kids back. Let's see how they're doing.
Oh, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Thank you for looking all
Have
those
a happy
things.
new year. Thank you so much. Steve-O, where were you yesterday?
We were at Palms West in ICU, PICU, the pediatric ICU. Unit.
You work with Tracy a lot in Smith Smiles. You work with a lot of people.
So.
You definitely are always giving back to the community.
I don't know how you do it because you're always doing gigs.
Well, a lot of this stuff falls on during the week. And honestly, I have great guys that work for me, obviously. So when to me, I'm a big believer in karma. What you put in, what you get out. So
it's not just Christmas and New Year's. You're giving to the kids and toys all year
all
round.
year round.
So that's smithsmiles.org. For more information, you can contact them or contact Tracy. And of course, you can go to your V card. And you can text.
She's so proud of
I'm very proud of my prof. 80800. But in the message, type in NYS for New York Sounds, and you'll get all the information from Steve-O, and he will get you in touch with Tracy from Smith Smiles.
Perfect.
Thanks, Tracy.
Thank you, Tracy.
So much, guys. Take care.
Bye-bye, Tracy.
So we switched up a little bit. We're actually going to talk about New Year's resolutions and things that maybe there's some new goal setting, right, we can do for the new year. And we've got Linda with us, we've got Patty with us, and we've got Aricia, we call her Air. But I guess they're taking us to commercial. So in the meantime, let's go to commercial break, and we'll be right back.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser
Nice job,
Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or carmencarelaser.com.
vCard Global is the world's smartest business card that virtually allows a person or business to digitally share all of their information. With a V-Card, sharing information is one simple click away. No need to open emails, websites, or social media. Updating information is easy and instant. V-Card Global is the ultimate marketing tool, transforming the way we connect, communicate, and collaborate to grow your business. Text JENNG to 80800. Revolutionize your business card. For information, contact Jennifer. Text JENNG to 80800 for your free digital business card today.
Are you a warrior soul? Are you looking for spiritual healing? Are you looking for protection against negativity? Warrior Soul crystals represent confidence, brings you a sense of wholeness and balance. Mala necklaces consist of 108 beads carved from natural and semi-precious stones. Mala can be used to center your meditation, strengthen your yoga practice, or accent your everyday beauty. Visit warriorsoulco.com. or call 561-307-9049 to purchase your bracelet or necklace today. Discover your purpose.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video, let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
This is really pathetic.
That's such a sad cowbell.
We need more cow.
You need a cowbell.
I
So
know.
sad.
I like this one.
There
It's
you
got
go. Play
money.
that.
Thank you. That's a whole lot better.
Problem solver.
What the hell is that?
Welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe on a fun Friday before New Year's. Give us a call, 888-565-1470. And as we roll into New Year's, let's talk about some resolutions and things that are going on, because it's not always an easy transition on what we've got going. We're going to call her Air, but her name is Aricia, and we had her on a couple weeks ago. Models Stop Traffic is the book that she wrote about human trafficking, and you were, do I say victim?
No, you say survivor.
Okay, survivor of human trafficking, and now you work with Gracious Care Recovery.
Yes.
Tell us about Gracious Care and how you got involved working with them.
So as I was going through my own healing process, it took me about 2 years from getting from victim to survivor to actually just thriving in this atmosphere to be able to do that reach back. So with working with a couple of nonprofits, I realized that Gracious Care was a great opportunity for women that had been exploited in different types of ways, that had been introduced into substance abuse or even chosen that route as a coping mechanism. And I got really fascinated whenever I saw the crossing over between human trafficking and substance abuse. So I started working one-on-one with different girls, and then Gracious Care approached me. We kind of worked it out to where I could help with their outreach program and with the clinical aspect with it. So Gracious Care, it's not just females though. We also, we have men, we have a lot of veterans, we have a lot of people that have gone through different walks of life. And we do a treatment program that's very intimate. We don't want you to feel like a number. We want you to walk in, almost have that home approach. Like there's no white walls or anything. You feel more like you're walking into your grandmother's home. So I'm just meeting you where you're at. So.
And what does it look like now, right? We're the end of the year. We're talking about New Year's resolutions at Gracious Care and the clients that you have patients. Is it inpatient, outpatient?
So we do all levels of treatment. So starting with what's called like a PHP in housing. Right after we received them back from detox, and then we go all the way out to outpatient. So, and then to try to go into that independent living type of atmosphere to find them resources there. So we're with them from the start to the end on that approach.
And is part of it goal setting as to what this is? And now that you're sitting here, remember what we talked about. It wasn't about someone said, "What do you want?" We can always say what we don't want, but it's very hard to actually say what you do want. Because you can say, I don't want this, this, and this. And you say it all the time, what do you want? When I once said it, we got kicked out of our other radio station the last time I told you what I wanted, and here we are now, so I guess it's all good. Do you sit with goal setting and say, what do you want? What does the next day, week, right? You can't even say year. We need to go day by day. What does that look like?
And yeah, day by day. That was kind of my motto for that whole year after all of this happened. And yes, we do a lot of life skills. First off, we definitely want to get them to that stabilized, atmosphere where they feel just safe again and secure to be able to open up and talk about, what happens next. Because if you're still living in any type of pain like I was for a long time, you don't really think about tomorrow. You're thinking about, like, how do I just get through the rest of today? So once we get to that type of atmosphere, we can sit down, we can start working with, like, hey, resume building, finding jobs, finding education. I get to work with a couple girls right now to find them, like, GEDs and those type of programs and those next steps. So they don't feel like they ever have to go backwards. They can just be moving forward in that progression atmosphere.
And Linda, you said you've got some links, right? And I think for everyone, it's probably day by day, because you can look at the year as a whole, but you can't ever do that until you look back.
Yeah, I think great endings are created through better beginnings. So you have to end something before you can begin something. And so I think that's one of the reasons why people don't meet their goals. And there is a big difference between a desired outcome and a goal. So we don't sit back and understand our why of why we want to have a better life or why we're getting healthy. So the minute that it gets hard, we can't answer the question, why must I suffer? And it's really an emotional suffer, right, that we have to have. You want to be healthier, but God, I don't want to skip that dessert. I don't want to have to go to the gym this morning. 5 a.m. is awful early.
I don't want to talk about my feelings.
I don't want to talk about my feelings, because that's all about vulnerability. So you really have to decide, my opinion, if you want to have a great 2019, it's like, what am I going to give up so that I can get something else? And am I clear about why I want that, right? And then do you set some non-negotiable items for 2019? Do you say, if my butt falls off, I'm not going to have a drink, if you're giving up drinking? I had to do that. I gave up drinking 15 years ago.
But hold on to that though. What happens if you're on your goal, you're on your path, you're doing your thing, and life throws you a curveball?
Oh, fantastic. It does.
When it happens.
You plan for obstacles.
Yes.
You absolutely, from the very beginning, go, this is not going to be easy. This is going to be difficult. I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. and I'm not going to want to work out. And so do I have a buddy that's going to call me? What's my plan? If you don't have a plan for breakdown, you don't have a plan for success. Because that's all a fantasy.
But choice is one thing. Like, if I don't want to work out today, that's a choice. But sometimes you take an unexpected death.
Yeah.
Right? Sets you back psychologically, physically, mentally. Some people break down, men and women. Big difference between when I lost my mother, between me and my sister. It took her 8 months to recover. I didn't have that. I had to go and do the things I had to do. So do you plan before? Do we plan now? Should you have been planning at the beginning of the year?
My first husband died 6 months after I quit drinking.
Okay.
Like, if you want to be successful at anything, you have to really deeply understand why you've decided to do something. Because the very next day after you decide, the universe is going to test you. It's going to test you in the hardest, most cruel ways to go, do you really, really want this? Do you really want this? And you have to, sometimes you have to completely change the people you hang around with, right?
Change the environment. Sometimes you have to go from New York to Florida. So
yeah.
And Paul put a really interesting post on yesterday, Paul Vadiato. It says, sometimes saying I'm sorry is not enough. You truly have to change to make the change,
and
right?
then you got to believe that change.
And you have to believe
and stick with it, because you can say, I'm sorry, I'm going to change, and 30 minutes later or the next day, even right after Christmas, New Year's resolutions, right? If you don't commit to that change, I'm sorry, isn't always enough, right? We don't make that change.
You have to want it really bad. Success is not sexy. I mean, we act like, I'm the CEO of a leadership institute. It's Cortex Leadership Consulting in Virginia. I very successful, I've trained 10,000 leaders up to this point, coached one-on-one 3,000 leaders. What is that mostly? That's mostly learning, practicing what I do, reading, education, all of that stuff. And then I get up, at a statewide women's conference for 45 minutes and get paid $5,000 to give a speech. Yeah, that's 45 minutes of a 52-year life that got me there. So if you're thinking that success is going to be this ritzy thing and those, that paycheck is coming overnight and all that, it's not going to.
Well,
sobriety
I
is
wanna-
about.
I want to switch.
And sobriety too, right? It's the
Yeah.
same.
I want to switch it to a business concept. I like
Sure.
that you brought this up. Now, Steve, how long you been doing this?
27 years.
Now, that means in 27 years, overnight success?
No, absolutely not.
Blood, sweat, and tears, yes?
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears.
What I hate is when people come into the cafe and they got a business and they think in 30 seconds they're going to do what you've been doing for 27 years. It doesn't work that way.
No.
And you got to pay the price and understand the why that you're going to be challenged. And when you get an ounce of success, that whole challenge is a whole lot bigger than that ounce of success. And you got to overcome that.
But it's figuring out what those challenges, what they look like day by day. Because even in business, most of us have families and children and spouses or relationships, right? And you're going great and business is great and you go home. Steve, well, you're a perfect example, right? Things happen with families. People get sick. I've had my dad in the hospital, 20 out of 27 days last month. And then you still have to go with business and you're still working, but then you've got all these other things and it's being prepared financially, right? They say 3 months is good, 6 months would be a whole lot better if you have to stop working and things happen to have it put away. I mean, there's so many things, and then it's the emotional aspect of it.
Yes.
Patty, you have a new business.
Yes, I have a new business. Well, I'm doing this business for 23 years, but I was 9 years in New York, 7 years in South America, and 5 years in Boca. And I say, talking about how you really want to be successful. I'm a suicide survivor. My husband committed suicide. And for 2 months, I was in the grief, very painful, feeling like you will never get out from this hole. So after 2 months, I said, okay, enough. I have my daughter, I need to be strong, I have a business. And one day I just wake up and I say, okay, that happened. It's nothing that I can do about it. And I really want to be a successful woman, and I really want to be a good mother for my daughter, and here I am.
You have to have non-negotiables. It's like what Coach Toe was saying. Hey, Coach Toe.
Yes.
You were talking last about how you really you have non-negotiable items. Like the first thing you do, I wrote a book about it called Time Mastery, because it's all about how do you master your time and not turn it into a persecutor. We all have the same exact amount of time. It's how we decide to spend it, right? So it's what Coach Toe was saying. He had to make decisions, right? And your family was non-negotiable. So you had to decide at that moment, what am I going to do with my time? Because I can't be in two places at one time.
Yeah, exactly. With everything that happened with my dad, exactly. It was either my dad or selfish, thinking about me being a great football player and making money. Because I had the passion and the desire to be there. But when your dad is saying not so good things to you, you know that it wasn't going to work. You got to think about your families first more than anything.
And you have
can't
the
be
discipline,
selfish.
right? But you've got the discipline to do that, and you teach discipline and respect.
Well, that's the biggest challenge.
Well, so I go back to Air, and I think, or Aricia, and I think some of the people are turning into survivors and trainers, but you have to get out of the victim stage. They don't have that discipline, because then maybe it would have changed the circumstances. Your circumstance was different. I know they're all different. To get to that point, to get to that discipline, what are you teaching at Gracious Care to get to that next step of today?
So it's not so much a relationship issue, because we're talking about relationships with family, we're talking about relationships with spouses, things of that nature. Before you can even go horizontally, you have to think vertically, and you have to think within yourself. So you have to start with that identity. And you have to actually know who you are and what you're going after. So there's got to be, it's not an if again, it's a when. Like, if your best friend ends up overdosing, that could be a moment where you'd be like, okay, yeah, every 19 minutes someone's going to overdose. Is that going to be me? Or is that going to, be me 5 or 10 years down the road, 13 years down the road, being like, I'm a powerhouse, and I can reach back. So with Gracious Care, whenever I'm doing any of my groups, I try to focus, especially with the women, because we have a self-esteem type of thing. We're always being told who we're supposed to be instead of deciding who we want to be. So starting with our identity, figuring out, is that going to be in Christ, or is that going to be in something else? Are you going to identify yourself as a leader or with integrity or strength? So once we can capture that, figure out who you want to be and where you're going to go, then we can outreach relationships, figure out, hey, if there's a spike with a mother or a father or a brother or sister or things of that nature, or if there's a relationship issue of, I guess, any sort. Relationship with self, again, going back, do you even love yourself?
It starts with
Well,
self-love, right?
I got a curveball here, especially Coach, you'll probably be the top to answer this, but kids and grown-ups, peer pressure. You know, people tell you the thing to do, it's okay. I know when I lost weight, everybody said, eat a little bit of this. Nah, little ain't gonna kill you. Yeah, it's gonna kill you. When you add up all those littles, you get a lot of bigs. What do you do with peer pressure? I mean, you have, your wife said no more kids, by the way. But you have the girls and you have your son, you got all these kids, right? Peer pressure in your house can be devastating. I mean, you come home, and what do you do? What do you do as a parent?
As a parent, it's keeping them grounded and always being who they are and what they believe in. You know, a big thing in my house is we keep the family core. You know, there's Sunday dinners. You know, we actually take the time. As busy as we are during the week, we have to take that time to instill, to see, you know, so the kids grow up and see and feel what they should. You're putting positive stuff into them. So, you know, going forward when they meet other kids and stuff, and you know, like, I have a relationship with my kids, and it might sound silly, but like at 16, I allowed them to have some wine at the house. You know, not to get ripped, not a bottle of wine, but a wine, you know, or a little cooler in front of me.
Right, and control the
So you know what? When they hit 21, it wasn't a big deal. Right. They didn't run out to go and hurry up and go drink.
I remember that.
And things happen. I keep Robin's in my head. Linda, I want to ask you, you had stopped drinking 15 years ago, and then your husband passes away. Yeah. And it sort of goes there with what you're talking. What do you want to fall back on what you know? How do you go forward with that?
Oh, you have a plan. I mean, it's
Did you have a plan?
really. Oh,
I mean,
yeah. I went to AA every day for a year. I did a step. So I took a step a month. I mean, I think the first month I did the serenity prayer of what am I in control of and what am I not in control of. I mean, I just sort of started from scratch. It's called ontological humility. So it's about the fact that I have to work as hard at it as she has to work at it, that he has to work at it, that your father had to work at it. Like, it doesn't matter what I have or what my point of view is. Like, I'm humble enough to know that I've got to learn every single day. And so what is your plan for when bad things happen? Do you have phone numbers to call? Do you have people? And then do you just, I mean, it was lonely. I mean, my best friend, when I quit drinking, suddenly decided that she didn't want to have anything to do with me. I mean, we went from going out dancing every Friday night and having fun to spending probably $400 a month at Barnes & Noble, right? It was quiet. It is very quiet when you decide to take a different path than everyone around you. Eventually, you start creating new relationships.
Opportunities there too.
There's lots of opportunities, but that moment, that when you're crossing that bridge, you have to have enough emotional discipline built up to sort of go, yes, I'm terrified, I'm shaking, I'm living in constant anxiety, but I believe who I can be. And you will never, ever operate outside of who you think your identity is.
Well, what does it look like to live in that quiet space, right? Whether you're recovering or you're just going through your life and you're in that quiet space and you take, I drank my drink. Well, I drank my drink. Did I drink too much? Have I gained the weight? The stories that we create in our head in that quiet space.
How do you get out of your head?
Oh, absolutely. Meditation is proven to change the way that our minds think and the neural pathways that we create.
In my head.
Right. And here's what I would say. I need a lot of reinforcement and encouragement. So I have a lot of people around me that are in the work trying to do our work, for instance. We work with leaders, right? So, but I have to wake up every single morning and listen to great interviews with great people. I can't read dust covers. I have to read entire biographies. I have to understand where somebody came from and what they did and their struggle, and that gives me inspiration. I have to go out and talk to startup small business owners and see the fire in their eyes and what they're trying to do. Like, I got to keep myself grounded, not once a month. I have to take no credit. I've got to give it to my team. I got to look and see what I can give to somebody else at any given moment.
And Erin, how do you do it?
Well, there's a lot of what she was saying with the whole reaching back. I get a lot of my own healing and my own not feeling alone, because I told you guys last time, there's 3% of human trafficking survivors in the world. 2% commit suicide within the first year.
Oh,
So it's
yeah.
very lonely being the 1%. But that
Right.
being said, to reach back and see where other girls are in that victim area right now and help them through their struggles, whether that's going through the addiction process or trying just to break loose of those other types of chains, that healing, relationship healing, definitely helps me.
Patty, how did you do it?
Wow. Wow, I'm emotional. I'm very proud of those two ladies because I've been with, alcoholic husband for years, and he never can fight his demons. Doesn't make him have a beautiful wife, beautiful daughter, and I did everything I could been doing for him, and didn't work.
Right, because it has to come from within.
Right, it can't
Well,
be
then let
you.
me ask, guys.
You can't want it more than he does. You cannot want it more than the other person
And he
does.
told me one day, he said,
Right?
honey, I will never be, away from this because I love the way I'm feeling when I drink. And I'm like, really? I said, well, if you choose this life, I don't know what to tell you anymore.
Well, hold on to that because we're going to a commercial break. But as we're going to commercial break, think about this. Is it easier for men to break the habit or for women and then cross it? Who has to live with it and who lives with it the best?
Let's talk about some strategies. 888-565-1470. We'll be right back.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422. What is Debersize? With over 25 years of personal training experience and workout techniques, Deb Varsalone invites you to Debersize. Debersize comes to you from the privacy of your own home or group training facility. Debersize can meet your individual fitness needs, offering one-on-one, non-impact resistance training, post-surgical strengthening to higher level boot camp and weight training. Debersize will meet your personal fitness goals at any age. Contact Deb at 561-307-9283. Schedule an initial consultation and get ready for a stronger, healthier you. 561-307-9283.
Do you want to enhance your love life with flowers? Rejuvenate love, life, health with flowers from Blossom Moments? Weekly deliveries to your home, your business, hospital, or even senior centers. Give us a call at 561-951-6343. Blossom Moments could also coordinate your wedding or event. Contact Blossom Moments at bmgevents.net. For all of your floral event needs, large or small, call Blossom Moments. 561-951-6343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video, let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
You gotta keep ringing until we get to your mic. That's it. We got to your mic.
And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. Give us a call, 888-565-1470. You wanted to ask the guys a question.
Yes, I wanted to know, guys, is it easier for us, is it harder for us, kicking bad habits, knowing that family is important, and making these decisions? Is it easier for us as guys to do that? I mean, we're under different pressures than women, right? Guys aren't supposed to cry. If you're in a machismo or an Italian family, there's a whole different set of circumstances. Do you find the pressures are bigger for guys?
Well, in my situation, I mean, because, you know, I do have so many people relying on me, I think the pressure is harder for me to, you know, continue going and continue pushing. And, you know, unfortunately, I had a lot of events this month, as you guys know.
Right.
You know, mom had heart surgery. My grandmother had heart surgery. My kids were in car accidents. So, you know, you're pulled in so many different places. So for me to be selfish, per se, and, you know, well, I'm going to go out and have a drink, or I'm going to go and do whatever, you know, I think, you know, but it's all in the mental stability. And you know, I don't think it's a man or woman, per se, but it is harder for, like, in someone in my situation because of the position I'm in. But there's women or single moms or whatever the case is that would feel the same pressure that I'm feeling as a man.
Keep your head above water.
So.
Right, you turn around. I had that last month in November. It was this one, and then it was that one, and you're just, when you get one out, literally the night my father came home 2 days later, my father-in-law went in, and then
And your mother had gone in before.
And it just, when you turn around, I have the chills. It's something else, and maybe it's being prepared. And you have a blog, Linda?
I have a blog. I've written about 500 articles. I'm a contributor to Forbes, and so you can go to cortexleadership.com and just click on blog, and there's hundreds of short articles that can quickly give you exercises to get you closer to what you want. We train teams and leaders and their teams, and so there's lots of team exercises. And what I just published literally this morning early was how to end this year. There was a bunch of questions about sort of how to ask yourself about what happened this year, what patterns of behaviors did you see, right? What went right? What do you want to do more of? What do you want to do less of? Those type of things. And then some questions to help you have a great, better beginning in 2019 to set up that success. And, you know, if you have a non-negotiable item, so if Coach Toe is married, right? And he makes a decision, hey, I'm going to put my father first and I'm going to make this decision. He has to have what I call a sweaty conversation with other people in his life. Because when he makes a decision that's a non-negotiable decision, that's going to affect other people. So that's the other thing. If you have goals, if you have desired outcomes for 2019, you got to talk to the people around you, because guess what? They have goals and desired outcomes too, and you need to negotiate together what those non-negotiables are so you can support one another. And we don't do that. We do it ourselves. We don't write it down, which is the killer.
We internalize it all, right?
We internalize it all and don't have the sweaty conversations.
What we're talking this morning is we have to take accountability for our actions, right? We can't say, oh my gosh, 2018, this happened and it's your fault. If some of it had to do with us, right? If you're in a relationship or you're in a business and it wasn't what you wanted, you can't blame that other person because it was your party to it.
Yeah, you're going to be in a dreaded drama triangle if you're doing that. You're making other people or the circumstance or time the victim. You're the victim and they're the villain, right? And you're looking for some rescue. If you're in that space, instead of what you do want, what does right look like, believing that you are See, this is the powerful thing, is at some point you go, I'm creating my own reality. So if there is a problem, I can't solve it unless I determine that I was a part of it.
And then take responsibility and as Paul says, change. right? It's not the I'm sorry's anymore. It's
No.
change.
No, I don't want to hear I'm sorry from anybody. I want to go, what are we going to do differently in the future? What worked for us? What didn't work for us? Like, I'm creating my own universe. So is every single person sitting here. So if we all own it, right, we're going to be able to co-create whatever we want to in 2019. And here's the sad part, is if you've got somebody on your team that's not willing to be on your team and help you co-create to get to your potential in 2019, they may not be a part of your team.
Right. They may not serve you, right? And that's okay.
They're not
because
serving you.
Things in life change and circumstances change, and it's okay to let some go and bring in new ones if it's not part of everybody's plan. It's not selfishly, it's my plan. It's not working for me, even if it's working for you. It has to be the conversation that we have. And
Absolutely.
we talked when you were on the last time, Arisha, that you were in this space of human trafficking in New York and leaving New York and going back home, right? It was not all about you anymore. It was, but you had to feel comfortable enough to go back home and say, all right, Mom and Dad, I need your help.
Not quite how that happened. That's a nicer version of how that happened.
Well,
That's the Reader's Digest version.
Yeah.
That's I know, but you can get into those details. Freddie says it's not my story to tell. That one's yours.
I like that, Freddie. So I was once told by a very wise person that it's actually a blessing whenever people walk out of your life. And you're the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So I try to put that in context with every single thing that I'm doing, whether I'm going to have a boyfriend or if I'm going to take someone on as a mentor or if I'm going to take someone on as a mentee. So just really being aware of that. And then as far as, I guess, getting out of my head or transferring from leaving New York, I had to rescue myself. So, like, I'm on your train with that whole, like, you have to do it yourself because there was no one to rescue me.
Nope.
So I had to get out of the situation myself. And I did the victim thing for a while because I wouldn't let anyone close. I had a lot of shame. I had a lot of, like, I was not that stereotypical person. I was coming from a well-off family. I was just, trying to be achieving my dreams and just in the wrong place at the wrong time scenario. So I didn't want to tell that to my well-off, parents. They loved me. They raised me in like a great way and, very supportive. So I had to learn that crossover of, okay, if I'm going to walk this healing path, how am I going to do it? You said meditation. Mine was actually through writing therapy, so narrative therapy, because I didn't have anyone to tell. So it's slightly tweaked.
Yeah, it's okay. That's good.
It's writing. It's whatever works for you, right? So everyone has what works for them, but it's, I guess, getting deep down and saying this works. I mean, Steve, how did you get through what? Not easy, right? You're a dad. You're supporting your family financially. There's nothing worse than having kids in a car accident, right? Grandparents get older and parents get older, right? We, in our head, we're prepared. Not that it's easy, but almost in our minds, okay, we know that's part of the aging process. But the phone call when you get that there's been a car accident, your heart sinks into your stomach, but you got to keep going. How do you do it?
There's really no process. It's just do it.
You just do it.
You got to have nerves of steel.
Well, you also have to regroup, no?
You got to also think of put yourself in a stress-free environment. Drama-free is really important. That's what you want. That's your ultimate goal here. You have to remember thinking about all of these different things, but you also have to remember motivating yourself. What's going to make you yourself to make others feel that vibe? And that's the key here, and that's what you want to bring into 2019.
And Coach Todd, we go back to discipline and self-love?
Discipline and tough love, man. And you know what? If you don't have discipline and tough love in this world and structure, you're not going to have anything. The way our society is right now, people don't communicate. That's why our society, people don't want to tell you the truth. People don't want to look you in the eye. And that's the problem. And that's probably my fault. I tell you the truth. I don't tell you what you want to hear. I tell you the truth.
But it's having the conversations, Linda said, and even when we had Julia on it, my coach, it's having those conversations, you call them sweaty conversations, those painful ones that you don't want to have, the ones that give you a stomachache that you have to have. But once you have them, it almost gets out there, whether you do it through therapy, you do it through writing, through meditation. So many different forms.
Yeah, but you also
seeking help, gracious care.
But you also have to look when the news comes. You have to be able to deal with the news. You know, when you get that phone call that your kids are in the hospital. I remember when my brother died, they called me. I'll never forget this for the rest of my life. Picked up the phone and it says, your brother's dead. And I said, what? And it was like this bell went off in my head. I couldn't hear. All I heard was on the phone because I said, what? And then 30 seconds later, I came back. And then it's what you do afterwards. You know, 2019, nice year. You're going to bring it. There are going to be problems. And if you don't think there are going to be problems, think it, because I'm telling you. But you have to be able to work through it. You know, you were able to overcome something that's going to be with you for the rest of your life.
And I think
Okay?
it's important to be a voice, like, you know, talk about what happened to you, to your family, to others, so, you know.
Exactly. And you have to be able to still function. You still have to be yourself. You know, Coach, teaching kids, they can't respond as quickly to these traumas. They sort of have to work their way. It takes a little bit longer for kids. But when it comes to adults, sometimes you don't have a choice. You know, you can't, I know you want to stop working for your family and everything else, but you still have obligations. You still have things you got to do.
That's like my son Peyton. It's a responsibility. I got to be a parent. Everything's above him.
That's right.
It's all about taking responsibility and love yourself.
Good
Have
stuff.
a fabulous Friday, everyone. Happy New Year, but we will see you Monday, same time, same place, and please be kind to each other.
And don't be late.
Thank you, everybody.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Oh, that's good. That's a journey. That's a journey.
The Heart of Delray Gallery, located in the Delray Art Complex, is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events. The Heart of Delray Gallery is a cutting-edge, 11,000-square-foot art exhibition showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the Heart of Delray Gallery, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. And we got exciting news. What do we got?
You know what we're doing on January 13th?
I have no idea. I'm going to be drunk on January 12th.
January 13th on a Sunday, we're going to be live broadcasting at the grand reopening of the Boardwalk on Southwest 18th Street. It is on the northeast corner of Southwest 18th Street and Powerline Road. You like my geography skills right there?
I tell you, your hands are magical.
There's going to be a bouncy house. New York Sounds is going to be there. You'll see the big flag guys hanging. We're going to be there doing a live stream show.
There may even be a dunk tank.
A dunk tank, vendors. There are 9 restaurants at this location. It has been a $30 million renovation on Southwest 18th Street. The restaurants are amazing. The location, the lake, it is right in the Boca Point area. It is a free family fun event, and Blessed Paws are going to be there.
And you know what the best part of this thing is?
What?
The Brooklyn Cafe is going to be doing a show down there.
Live.
Come on down. Check it out from 1 to 4. Come and have some fun with us.
We'll see you Southwest 18th Street on January 13th. See you there.
And don't be late.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more goodwill next time. You can follow the cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.